It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll be watching Terry McLaurin. He got plenty of looks a week ago and turned in almost 160 yards. It's the Patriots and the Commanders, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 24.
From the area known as Patriot Place, EA Sports set for football at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We're all set to go, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. But meanwhile, for the visiting Commanders, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. The Commanders set to go to work on offense, and they've handed the controls to this man in his second NFL season, former Tar Heel Sam Howell.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The numbers on the ground for Gibson a week ago. 16 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
And those numbers have both he and his blockers motivated this week. They saw that yardage total climbing, but stopped short of 100. Every one of them has to be driven this week to help him reach the century mark.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Gibson again. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. And taken down just shy of the 40. Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra next man up since their Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use, and everyone has adopted them. Next guy up, do your best.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Look at this Patriots defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues. Ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
And that is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Jones on the return. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Patriots take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're brought out by a man now in his 15th NFL season, one of the most productive passers in league history, and a former Super Bowl champion, Matthew Stafford.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes.
Right.
So there's a lot of good that he did, but he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. He'll get this to about the 38. The Patriots at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
And we're going to see the ball in the air quite a bit here. This is a top 5 passing offense in the NFL, and they certainly like to get everybody involved. So this defense, they're going to have to be able to counterpunch somehow. They couldn't there, and it's an opening drive, first down.
On first down at Stafford. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down. This defense for the Commanders, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Here's Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 36. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Hey, 22!
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering it. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Back to the ground with Strong. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Second down, here's Strong once more. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. The Commanders' defense holds, and that'll bring up fourth down. On now the rookie fourth-round pick, Chad Ryland, for the Patriot field goal. And his kick is good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent. Not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Once more, Gibson. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Holding offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards that time, and a Washington first.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Here's 2nd and 10. Foul now to throw it. And this is incomplete.
There's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far the lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. But they go play action with Howell. Steps away. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but now it's 4th.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So here are the Patriots to take over. They're looking to bounce back following the loss to Miami a week ago, and they've got the lead right now as they come up with a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Out right to Bourne. Finding room at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now this throw caught left side, and he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 1st and 10, Stafford being chased out left. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. To throw is Stafford. And this one's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Again, it's Stafford. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here comes Antonio Gibson as he's set for another drive. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Forced out to his left. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now Howell. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And quickly they get to the line. Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down. And he'll just get rid of it.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing the shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And Sly able to put this one through. And they are on the board, trailing now at 6-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break. Our two teams making their final preparations for the second half. And as they do, we send it back out to Foxborough, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. Well, the Patriots going to take over here to start quarter number 3. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Second half starts with a run by Strong. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he's going to have the Patriots 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st and 10, it's Strong. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there for New England. And even 50 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Straight ahead is Strong. And he's brought down. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Stafford. Out route, and this is Henry with a catch. Touchdown! Hunter Henry, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Pats take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bullying his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. First possession of the second half now for Washington. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, right back to Gibson. Trucks over him. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point. 2nd down and 3. This time they'll throw it with Howell. Well, throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. A give up the middle to Gibson. Lawrence guy able to bring him down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Howell from the gun. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
They've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Well, they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Into space at the 45. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 45 yards. And the Patriots will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Washington offense set to take over. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now, the easy answer answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4. Powell. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
A gain of 12. And the Commanders' first down.
Now Howell. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Powell's throw complete there to Thomas. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now Howell. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Try to power it in with Arma. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Alex Arma, his first touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. On the return, Marcus Jones from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. There's Terry McLaurin, such an exciting pass catcher as this offense comes out for their next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy?
He's got him in, complete. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Stafford now to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Henry. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now Stafford. And his throw is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll run with Strong. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Stafford flushed out right. Finds Strong on the check down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2. Going with Strong on the counter. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Give up the middle to Strong. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Pierre Strong with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was Pierre Strong who finished things off with a touchdown run. Back out is the kicker Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here we go now with Howell and the Commanders. Down by 2 touchdowns, 2:13 remaining. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Dietrich Wise in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Back to throw, Howell. Throw out wide is incomplete.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
Howell to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Washington now going to use the 1st of their 3 timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. 4th down, Howell, desperation time. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it, and the Patriots are going to take over at their own 41. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. This is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Devontae Parker, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
A 5-yard gain on the play.
First down, how to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a 2nd and 10. Stafford gonna throw it. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. There he goes, right side. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And the Patriots are going to recover, and that should just about assure victory. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
Now Stafford, he's going to change things up. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood